Hello!
Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
He's bad at board games.
I'm Lumberjack Brad.
And I'm Aura. Just Aura.
And I guess you picked her side. That's not very nice of you. My side here if you came to this. We're here to talk to you about parks. If you've seen our top board games for couples, you will notice, spoiler, that was on this list. And now we're going to talk about this. So this is from Keymaster Games by, I'm going to get it wrong, Henry Audubon. And the artwork is done by a lot of different artists. So that's probably one of the reasons it's such a looker. So what do you think about how this game looks?
I love the way it looks. I like all of the little drawings on all of the little cards. I'm a big fan of the national parks. I would love to visit them all, and I'm working very, very slowly towards it. I just like how different each of them are, and they're unique to the parks. I feel like it captures them in a really colorful, wonderful way. And the little tokens, they're nice. They're like wood, and they're, nicely colored. They feel good. The little picture tokens are cute. They all have nice little pictures on them as well. It's adorable. It's an adorable camera. I love the way it looks, and I know you love the way that the box itself looks with the storage.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've had game trays in a game.
It looks like this.
This is slick. Like, everything fits in a home.
And if you can't see, but it's even got like a tree bark texture on the clear plastic.
When they did the thermal forms, they put little symbols on it, so you actually know what goes in there. Like where the camera goes, there's a little camera in the thermal form piece. The engineering that went into that, I really appreciate. Thank you.
Yes, and even the first player token, it's metal, it's nicely painted, it's got a good glaze, the little meeples that have like hikers, backpackers put onto them. I mean, there was a lot of really great thought and artistry that went into this. I don't know who the artist is, but
well, the art, that's what I say. Yeah, all these are different artists.
Oh, they are.
I don't know if they're all different, but like there's several artists that went into being used in this game.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. All the art.
Yeah. So if you've never played this game, there's another game that's Trails. If you're kind of like don't want to spend, I think this game's like $35 to $50. I can't remember exactly where it was, but if you don't want to spend that much, they have another game, Trails. Go check out that link. Should be like right here or something.
Just keep trying to get people to go over there.
Yeah, my side. Go back to my side. Anyway, but that gives you an understanding of what this mechanic is. So that's a little bit easier than this. And if you're kind of like unsure you want to spend this much, go check out Trails. And then if you like it, I guarantee you're going to want to buy this. So it's
I like this one much better.
Yeah. So that's you're trying to figure out where you're spending your money, right? So if you're like not sure on the nature side of things and you just want something, check Trails out. If you like that mechanic, you're going to like this. And speaking of mechanics, how does this work? You've got your trail hikers here, and you're going to move down the trail. And as you get to a spot, you're going to get resources, sun or water or mountains, and you're going to be able to reserve your spot in a park.
Well, you reserve it, and then you use the tokens to buy it.
Yeah, and
there's a whole thing.
Yeah, and I don't think they call it buying, and that's why I said reserve.
Yeah, to visit it. You reserve
you get to visit
it, and then
the park.
you visit it.
Because we don't own our
parks. No one owns the parks. They're for everyone.
So that's the game, and then as you visit these parks, you get victory points, and so it's a victory point game, but it's the journey that you're taking on.
And I like the added ability at the bottom. There are these cards that you can purchase with the suns, at the end of the trail. You'll learn more about that as well. I like that because it will have things like, you can visit a park for one less tree. You can visit a park for, one less sun, whatever. So when you get those, it makes it easier to actually get the other. And everybody has their own strategy. I think that's the strategy I tend to go towards more so than you do.
And you like taking pictures.
And I like taking pictures, yeah. I'm about trying to get those things. It works, though, because I think I beat you the last couple of times. I don't know where we are on
I
sport,
don't
but
know.
I feel like I've had more wins than losses.
You've had
with
more
you.
wins. I think it's almost 60-40 or 70-30.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe.
Something like that.
We'll find out. We will post the stats later at the bottom, because if I'm really ahead, I want that out there for everyone to know.
So, talking about the theme, it's not painted on. This theme actually works with the game and like how you would be out in nature, right? The trails get longer, so it's played over 4 different turns, and just like when you go out hiking, you're going to start with short trails, and then you're going to get more advanced and more advanced and more advanced. So this has 4 seasons, and she was one that commented, and I was saying like, the trail gets longer on the 2nd round and the 3rd round and the 4th round. She goes, it's just like,
well, yeah, like
training
if you're hiking, you tend to start with, I'm gonna do this one hike. It's gonna be, over so many days, and it's gonna be 20 miles. And then the next time you go, it's gonna be over this many days, and it's gonna be that many miles. And even when you're on like a multi-day hike, you don't normally want to do the most of your miles at the beginning, especially because you're more stuff in the back.
Yeah.
That's more of a camping.
But that to say, not painted on theme. The theme, they've integrated that into the game itself.
They seem to know a lot about the parks, nature, hiking.
Yep.
The leave no. They even have at the bottom the leave no trace, and it talks about the different. They incorporate that into the game.
Right.
I'm like, that's awesome.
My nature queen over here, she likes all the little details. So, but really nice game on that side. So, what do you think of our gameplay? Like some of the games, can you tell what have you enjoyed about playing the game?
So it's different playing it 2-player versus 3-player. And a lot of that is because if you are going to be on a campsite, one of these little places with someone else, you have to use your fire, and you extinguish your fire. You only get one of those per round. So the more players you have, the more hikers, campers are on the trail.
They start taking up
space. It gives you less opportunity to move around. It makes the game harder and harder. Also, going back into the hiking, camping principles, it's harder to enjoy the more people that are on the trail.
Yeah, you referenced, what was the Appalachian Trail?
Appalachian, hiking the Appalachian there, especially right now, it's been more and more populated. It does make it more difficult for a multitude of reasons, but it's so I like the fact that you can see that right there in the game.
So, what was it that, like, I brought this out, and what was your first thought when I first brought this?
My first thoughts was you wanted to find something that you knew I would enjoy, because it has things about parks. And I think it was really tired. It's a common theme. Brad likes to pull games out at the end of the day after I've been at work, and he's like, let's learn a new game. And so I was like, okay, well, it was really easy to figure out how to play it. Because I think we started with the trails. And that was easy to pick up. And then this one just elaborated on it. And it didn't take very long pulling this one out from the other one. There I was like, okay, I really like the improvements on this one over the other game. It sparked a lot more interest for me. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, if you like trails, one, that will be easier to learn this, and 2, this brings out more strategy. Yeah. So it's just it's a one notch up the ladder, and it makes it really enjoyable. These are games that I would have never thought I would enjoy, honestly. And after playing Trail, I'm like, this is a really cute little game. And so then I really wanted to get this. And then after having it and seeing how nice the components are and everything, this is a stellar game. Keymaster, top notch. Great game. I continue. This is our third key. This is our second Keymaster game. We now have 3, and we're probably gonna have 4 or 5 after. Because I'm enjoying the quality, and I'm enjoying the mechanics of the play.
We want to try more things.
And it doesn't take that long. This is a 30-minute game. I think even when we had 3 players, it might have been the 40 minutes.
Maybe.
And I know it says 40 to 70 minutes. We haven't seen it take that long. Yeah. Or if it has, it's gone by that fast.
Yeah, it hasn't felt like that long.
Yeah.
And one of the things with it, going through and playing it and seeing the pictures of the different parks, realizing how many there are and realizing how many I have yet to visit. I think playing it, I get a little bit of like little FOMO. Yeah. Like, I need to go to this place. Why are we not here right now?
Yeah. So what would you rank this? So out of 10, what would be your ranking?
Oh, it's somewhere like a 7 or 8, and only because I feel like the other. Okay, I'm gonna say 7. Only because like it's a fun game. You can play it really easily. It's one of those you're gonna get. Some of it's gonna have to do with luck. Some of it's gonna have to do. There's not as much strategy. There is some strategy. Don't get me wrong, but so much more of it has to do with the luck of the draw and stuff like that. I think there are some other ones that spark my interest more just because there's room for me to grow, room for me to learn. You manage the strategy instead of the randomness.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this is fun.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this comes in at about a 7 for me as well. I like playing this. I like playing it as a 2-player game, and the other person we brought it out to for our third was new to board games, and she liked it.
Oh, she did really well.
Yeah,
like
and
really
she was
well.
gonna like.
I was like, how are you so good at this? You like, she's barely even played games.
Yeah, and this is definitely can be something that you can bring other people into just because of the appearance and how it plays, and it's like, oh, I get that, I understand that. People can pick it up pretty quickly. So, this is another intro game into the hobby, and it's gorgeous, and it has all those little things that can kind of like come to the dark side. So my rating 7, her rating 7.
Yep.
Any final thoughts?
No.
Check out my video. Over here, that link.
You're not giving that up, are you?
No.
You're gonna have to watch the video now.
You know you want to. If you watched it first, you're not.
It's gonna be a good one. I hope. We'll see.
Have a great night.
Oh.
You don't want to tell them have a great night?
Good night. It could be morning. It could be afternoon.
You should listen.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Truman Show.
Bye.